Welcome to Onecraknews. All jokes aside, let's look at this seriously. Because a lot of people, you know, took more of the humor out of this situation and didn't really focus on the seriousness. So let's get more serious about the situation. What Rich Paul is projecting is a much more dangerous equation. And people are celebrating. Clutch Sports, owner, I guess founder, CEO, Rich Paul, has a deal on the table with UTA, a major company that's going to make them international. Then has a partnership with Remy Martin and a couple of other corporations. His net worth is over 25 million. And Rich Paul is a person that used to sell throwback jerseys out of the trunk of his car that he got from Atlanta. After getting out of high school, he was like, this is the way. And he met LeBron James at an airport in Akron. He was wearing a throwback Warren Moon jersey. LeBron saw it, and they got each other's info, and he started getting him throwback jerseys. And they've been friends ever since. Right? We've heard the story, but many people don't know it. Now, let's talk about the dangerous narrative of where this is going. When LeBron entered the NBA, he was represented by CAA and Leon Rose. Leon Rose is a black man, black sports agent. And Leon was handling all James' deals in his earlier parts of his career. Got him that massive shoe deal from Nike before he even came into the league. LeBron in 2012 decided to leave CAA and founded Clutch Sports. Well, Rich Paul founded Clutch Sports after Rich Paul spent a couple of years working behind Leon and shadowing him so that LeBron could start his own, well, let's not say that. Rich Paul, his buddy, could start his own sports management company, and LeBron would be represented by him. Now, it was a bold move, and Paul's lack of a college degree raised doubts about his qualifications to manage the most lucrative player in the league. You see, this is why I did it this way, because I want you guys to hear it clearly. When Rich Paul first got Clutch Sports, every sports network out here was saying what a mistake it was for Rich Paul, his buddy, to be representing LeBron James, and LeBron James would leave the experienced Leon Rose, NCAA. just to go with some guy who didn't even graduate from college. Right? This is back in 2012. See, people's memories are bad. So I wanted to give it to you in a serious way with no jokes, no nothing. I want to give it to you straight out so that you would know the importance of what I'm saying clearly. Now, what Rich Paul happened to do, he's negotiated contracts that's close to 700 million, if not even more. Now he's got all these agents working with him while he runs the show. Now, this is not about the fact he don't know how to manage or represent clients. This is a fact of him putting out a statement basically condemning higher education. So far they got Corey Joseph. They don't have Morris no more. They still got J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Pope, Ben Simmons. Well, they got Draymond, Miles Bridges, and LeBron, right? So you're looking at all these people together. Oh yeah, we can't forget Anthony Davis. And you're looking at a situation where you're putting down higher education for people. Not everybody's going to the NBA. And you're going to tell someone who wants to be a representative and a client, you're confusing the person that sits on the couch. They're like, well, what if you family member you trust and you want him to represent you and he ain't got a education? He can represent you all he wants. Family members can give you advice. They're not a registered agent. That's what it is. Somebody in your family can say, I'm representing my son. And you want to trust their opinion, that's fine. But they're not a registered agent. You cannot be an agent to represent a client in a negotiation. That's what they're saying. You can get advice from your parents. No one's saying that, but this is what's best for the collegiate athlete. These are called requirements for your betterment. When people make these requirements for jobs, that you go to college and get an education or have a degree, it's not about can you do the job. There's plenty of people who know how to do something and didn't go to school to do it. There's a lot of people that can fix cars because they saw their daddy do it under a tree. But a licensed mechanic is somebody you're going to trust more. That's why they're able to charge you more. That shade tree guy going to charge you a little less because he's not certified. But to push the narrative of, man, you know, fighting college and throwing college under the bus just so it fits your narrative for what you want to do because you didn't go to college. So it's a dumb analogy. Now, Rich Paul's going to be straight for the rest of his life. Now, Leon Rose makes about $3 million a year. Leon Rose barely does anything anymore. Right? Mm-hmm. So if I see another person on the internet trying to sell this to the wrong person, it's gonna blow my mind. I've seen you guys get this wrong over and over again enough to make me say this gotta stop. And it has to stop. Okay? College education is very important. The certificates are important. If they weren't important, they wouldn't say we need these requirements. Many jobs have these requirements for a reason. When you go out in the world and you try to search for a job, you're going to run into these requirements. So don't let someone try to talk down on it just because they wanted to fit their narrative. I'm out. Don't forget to support the page. Go to the Cash App. My name's Karceno. I saw you, John Hogan's, and thank you, brother. I appreciate your Cash App. Name's Karceno on the Cash